Hi, I'm Bill Woodard, and we're at the Overlook just off of Turkey Creek Highway. Welcome to the Chamber Corner. Okay, we have invited a young lady to come by and tell us about an event that's going on. Would you tell them who you are?
I'm Elaine Wilburn.
Okay.
Yes, a native of Smith County.
That's right. I've been knowing you for a year or two.
Yes.
Well, now you got something special to talk about. What have you got going on?
Well, we have the Jackie Wilburn Memorial Spring Sing, and this is an event that we started. Jackie, my husband Jackie, a part of the Wilburn's Gospel Singing Group, passed away in 2011. And so after that, even though we had promoted gospel singings of this type in the area for 30 years, I suppose, he had, his son Jonathan Wilburn, who now sings professionally, still does, he decided to promote the Jackie Wilburn Memorial Spring Sing. And so that is the last week in April every year. Okay. As a matter of fact, it was designated as Gospel Music Week by the mayor of Smith County. Okay. So we are thankful that people have been so supportive. And it started out as a one-night singing. It has evolved into a 3-night, 1-day singing. So it will be the 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th of this month of April.
Okay, now where does it take place at?
It takes place at the Ag Center, and we're just fortunate to have that nice place. Just thank the Lord every day that we have it, yes.
That'll accommodate several people, too.
Yes, it will, and we have been fortunate enough to fill the Ag Center 3 nights in a row, so we'll see if we can do it 4 times this year. But we're thankful for that. We have many people that work in this area. They provide the Woodards, Danny Woodard and his wife provide this wonderful concessions that we can have homemade desserts and all of that sort of thing. And some of the groups, Billy, I need to mention, I'm going to take my glasses off.
Oh, okay. That'll be fine.
Some of the groups that we have to come in have been special to us through the years. We have been singing for over 40 years, and during those years, we have been in their hometowns. And so we wanted to share our hometown with these special friends that still sing Southern gospel music. So the first night, we're going to have a group that Jonathan, my son, sang with for 13 years, Gold City Quartet. And they come from Dahlonega, well, actually Gadsden now, Alabama. And Gold City had Jonathan singing with them for that length of time, and a tenor singer named Jay Perrick. So not only will the present group be here to sing, but Jonathan and Jay Perrick will join them in a reunion. Okay. And so that's on Thursday night, the 25th, the first night.
Okay.
And then we will have the McCameys. The McCameys are from East Tennessee, well known because of their, what I call spirituality, but a lot of people call excitement. So it is just a beautiful presentation of the gospel by the McCameys. And this is their last year that they're going to be touring. They have their daughters that sing with them and a grandson that plays the bass guitar with them, Eli. And I don't know what he plans to do, but they're going to sit in their recliners for a while, and very well deserving. That's Peg and Reuben Bean, but they're known as the McCameys.
Yeah, they've been around for many years.
Yes, we were with the same record company when we first began with the Eddie Crook company. And then on Saturday night, we have the Inspirations from Bryson City, North Carolina, very famous group. They started singing together as a quartet when they were in high school. As a matter of fact, their shop teacher, Martin Cook, got them together as a teenage group, and they started right then, and several of them are still, that were there then, are still with them. And we're thankful to always host the Inspirations. And then on Sunday afternoon, now the nighttime groups will start singing at 7. But on Sunday afternoon at 2:30, we will have the Perrys, and they're called the Little People. and they're originally from Dahlonega, Georgia. And Libby Perry is one of the Perrys that's still there, and she and her son sing. And Troy Peach sang with the Wilburns for a while, and he's a member of that group. They are just wonderful people and just love the Lord. And then Jonathan and his son, Jordan, Wilburn and Wilburn, will be singing every service, and so will I. And we may even have a surprise group of young girls from Smith County.
Okay.
So one time when I take the stage, I'm going to turn it over to some young ones.
Well, this sounds like a wonderful lineup and really exciting.
Yes.
And how many years have you been doing this?
Well, this particular Jackie Wilburn Memorial, we've only been doing since about 9 years now.
Yeah, but you've been in the industry for a long time.
Yes. Oh my goodness, we started singing here in Smith County in the early '70s, but we had several groups before we went full time. And at one time, the family sang with us. The Wilburn family sang for about 8 years. And we've had wonderful, wonderful singers. But then we started full-time. About 1988, we saw the need to give up our jobs and go full-time into evangelistic singing. And so that's what we did. And we've been at it. And we have, ever since that we first started having these homecoming type singings with other groups coming in from other areas at the high school. We would have them at the high school and fill that auditorium, 600 people, no problem. But we would just have one day. And now Jonathan is just taking it over. And, you know, young people, they just think bigger's better. So here we go. And I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled for it. It's all a wonderful work that we have been allowed to do.
Well, I'm certainly glad you came by to tell us about this. And so give them, by the way, is there a cost to get in?
Yes, I was going to say that, but I hadn't said it yet. And by the way, there's plenty of camping around the Ag Center that people in this area might not know about. But you could tell your folks that are coming in that week from other areas that there is camping there. And you can get in touch with Jonathan or myself and ask any questions about that you would like. And his number is 256-459-4769, and I'm in the book. Okay, Elaine Wilburn. There's no ticket required. There's just a $10 donation at the door, and a love offering will be received.
Okay, so and you'll be doing that each night then?
Each night, each service. Yes.
Okay, well, thank you. I've had the privilege of attending a few of these, and I know they are wonderful.
And I'll have your name on a list to just walk in the door. Save you that $10.
Well, I'll go ahead and do that. All right, well, thank you very much for coming by, and anytime you got something going on like this, let us know.
Okay, so glad to know you're doing this. Praise the Lord.
All right, well, folks, if you want to hear some really excellent singing and see some folks that really know what they're doing, come out and see them.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you so much.
At the Ag Center.
Hi, I'm Barbara Knappel, and I'm with the Smith County Drug Prevention Coalition, and we've been around since about 2012 trying to bring our community together with education and awareness as to what's going on with substance abuse and how we can all be a part of the solution. So I'm here today on this wonderful spring day to invite people in the community to come to some events that we have in the near future. First of all, we do meet on the second Wednesday of each month, and we usually meet at noon at the chamber. However, this month we have a little bit different event going on. We're going to celebrate with our Smith County Recovery Court folks, and we'll be meeting this Wednesday, April 10th, at 11 a.m. at the court facility here in Smith County. So we'd love to have folks come out to our coalition meeting on the 10th, as well as join us with the recovery celebration. We have 2 graduates this time from Recovery Court, and we're pretty excited about that. So we hope to see you guys there, and lunch will be provided. So also, our next event coming up is something we do a couple times a year. One of the things that the coalition educates our community on is how to safely store and dispose of medications, so there is less sharing of medications or any diversion of medications. And so that's going to happen at the Smith County Senior Center on April 24th from 9 to noon. We'll be partnering with the South Carthage Police Department, and we'd love for you guys to spring clean your medicine cabinets so that we're keeping our medicines safe. And if they're out of date or no longer in use, please bring them to the drug take back event on April 24th at the Senior Center. Also, we have a partnership with our Carthage Police Department, and we're going to be having an additional drug take back event at Walmart on Saturday, April 27th, and it will be from 10 a.m. to 2. Again, an opportunity to clean out that medicine cabinet and bring those unused medications out and make sure they're disposed of properly. Also, our next event that we'd like to invite the public to is going to be a great event for those of us that need more understanding and education on how substance abuse and addiction affects all of us in the community, and how we can be a part of the solution. We have a wonderful presenter coming from Alabama. His name is Tim Hilton, and he is in recovery and an expert on what happens to the brain during addiction. And it'll give us a better understanding of how we can help folks that are suffering from the disease of addiction. And also, he'll be talking to us about the stigma that's associated with drug use and how we can change that so that those people that are broken will ask for help and we can get them help. So that's going to take place on April 25th at the Smith County Historic Courthouse at 6 p.m. in the evening. It is a free event. Everybody in the community is invited to come out, and we'd love to see a big crowd there so that we can find out how addiction affects all of us in some way, our economy in the community, jobs, and all of those things that affect us all. So again, April 25th, Mr. Tim Hilton will be presenting on the addicted brain at 6 p.m. at the Smith County Historic Courthouse. And I think that's all the announcements. One more thing. We will be having a Narcan training on April 25th at the courthouse. We'll be having a training at 5 o'clock, and our ROPES, our Regional Overdose Prevention Specialists, will be training and dispensing Narcan at 5 p.m. and then again following the event on April 25th. So if we can provide resources for you, please contact us at the Coalition office. Our number is 615-588-1622.
Okay, we've got an exciting event that's about to take place, and you ladies are here to tell us about it. Introduce yourselves and then tell us about your event.
I'm ERIKA EBEL.
And I'm LINDSEY PASCHALL.
And we're here for the River City Ball.
Okay, and when is the River City Ball?
It is May 11th at 6 o'clock.
Okay, and it takes place where?
Right on the historic courthouse grounds there, right in Carthage.
Okay, now I know you've done this before, so tell these folks about it, kind of who the proceeds go to, what you do, you know, how it works.
Well, the River City Ball is a fundraising vehicle for Smith County. This year we are raising funds for CASA, court-appointed special advocates. They help children in the court system here in Smith County to have a voice in the legal system.
Okay, and tell me about the decorations.
It's nice.
Gorgeous,
And
yeah.
I'll bet it is. Are you going to have the chandelier again this year?
We have multiple chandeliers.
Okay, and what about the band?
The band is the Nagahides. I think they're from Lafayette and Carthage.
Okay, and what else? You going to have a tent?
Yep, tent. There'll be food catered by Two Fat Men Catering, so really good food. Yes, strawberries provided from Catissa Farms. And we're going to have a silent auction and a live auction with lots of items donated from just a bunch of local businesses throughout the community.
Okay, and you sold a lot of tables yet, but you still got some tickets?
We do still have a few tickets. I think we've sold more than we had last year already, so.
Okay, well, I know that last year was a big success. What is the theme this year? Who am I going to ask that?
Ask me. Okay. It's a masquerade this year, so come dressed to impress and wear a mask.
Okay, so it's sort of like I wouldn't say Mardi Gras, but it's
New Orleans-y,
masquerade.
yeah,
Yeah.
kinda,
Yeah, okay, so all the guys will have the black mask on, right?
Yeah, and the ladies will look very nice, I'm sure.
Okay. Any parting words?
I don't think so. It's a 21 and up event.
Okay.
And you can get your tickets from Citizens Bank, our presenting sponsor this year, and also online at Eventbrite. You can go on our Facebook and our Instagram, both River City Ball.
Okay, River City Ball. Folks, it's quite the event. Last year it was a lot of fun, and I think it'll be the same way this year. Ladies, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and we're still here at the Overlook. Is that not a beautiful view?
Absolutely.
That is the Cordell Hull Dam over there, and that is the Cumberland River there. And if you're a fisherman, it's a great place to fish. You wouldn't happen to be a fisherman, would you?
On the rare occasions with my husband.
Oh, okay, well, yeah. All right, well, you're here. I'm going to let you introduce yourself and tell these folks what organization you're with.
Perfect. My name is Jessica Koch. I am representing Smith County Animal Rescue Organization. We are a new organization to Smith County. We are trying to aid Smith County and all the animals that are abandoned or homeless. Our mission is to provide shelter for these animals and to help bring awareness to the animals that need help. We have a spay-neuter assistance program, and we also have a foster adoption program.
Okay, now your spay-neuter assistance program, is that with one of the local veterinarians?
We actually have contracts with a couple of different veterinarians, not just local, but also in Lebanon.
Okay, and what about your shelter assistance? I know you're working on that. Can you kind of tell people where you're at with that?
We are right now. We run on hope and prayers, donations, and fundraising. We are trying to get a shelter built. It is a new organization, so that takes lots of time, lots of planning, lots of help from the county, from the city. Currently, all of the animals that we have 20 plus animals in foster care right now, so they are all at members or volunteers' homes. We take in anything from equine to feline. I currently have a dog and a rabbit at my house. We have a total of 18 puppies. We have animals everywhere, and the sooner that we can raise that money for a shelter, then the better off we're all going to be.
Well, now I know people are going to want to know how to get in contact or come to a meeting or something. So could you tell them, how do they find you folks?
Absolutely. So Smith County Animal Rescue Organization also goes by the name SCARO. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. If anybody follows Twitter, we have a handle. You can find all of our information about fundraising on our Facebook page. We have lots of amazing fundraisers coming up. We have our monthly board meeting is the first Wednesday of every month at 5:30 at the Smith County Chamber of Commerce. We welcome everyone to come in. If you want to volunteer, if you want to join, if you just want to gain information, you can. We actually have a great fundraising event coming up this Saturday at Smith County Bank at 6:30. We are going to be doing bingo, and we have lots of wonderful donations for the prizes, and we are really excited for all the events that we have coming up. We have an event pretty much every month. Sometimes, like last month, we had multiple events at Tractor Supply, so we're really excited to bring awareness and to help all of the animals and help all the people who are helping the animals.
Okay, and I know I'm reaching way out into the future, but all the way into September, I think you've got an event planned. Do you remember what that is? It's
in September we are doing.
I caught you off track there. I apologize for that.
I'm remembering because we have May, we have June, September. I cannot remember what our event is right now.
But I know it's I remember it was good, folks. I wish you could know about it.
You can know about it. Go to our Facebook page. Definitely go to our Facebook page. All of our events are listed up there. We have a Bark in the Walk coming up in May. That's going to be going on Saturday. We have in August, we have the Carthage Pool has donated to us. We are going to have a pool plunge for your pups. So it's really exciting. We have, I believe, some goat yoga coming up. We have all kinds of things. I believe
the goat yoga
that's coming up in September. So we have that. Just amazing things going on.
Okay, yeah, that was the reason I wanted to bring it up. It was the goat yoga that's happening in September. Well, thank you, Jessica, for coming by. And you want to give them contact information before you leave again?
Sure. You can find us on Facebook, Smith County Animal Rescue. You can also find us on Instagram. And like I said, the first Wednesday of every month, Smith County Chamber of Commerce at 5:30, we have our meetings.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks so much, Billy.
Okay, we're still here at the Overlook. This is beautiful. Now, this is part of your purview, is that not?
It is. So, yes, this is one of our facilities called the Overlook. I believe the locals also call it Tater Knob. We have many people from all across Tennessee and other states come here to see the beautiful Overlook. Those who are hiking advocates, we actually have a 6-mile trail that starts here on one end, and the other trailhead is also located in Defeated Creek.
Okay, and I should have done this first. This is Miss Ashley Webster, and she is one of several park rangers that we have here on the property. I know, how many staff is there running this particular park?
So park ranger staff, I believe we have 6 total. One is a pathways ranger, and then the other 5 are permanent. And then we have several folks who are in our facility maintenance staff. So we are the ones who kind of make everything hopefully run smoothly for our visitors, campers, and sightseers.
Okay, well now, is the campground open now?
So we do have 1 out of 2 campgrounds open. We have Defeated Creek Campground open, which is one of the top, I believe, 10 in the nation, if not top 5 in the nation. And Salt Lick Creek Campground, I know, is not in our county. It's in Jackson County. That opens up April 17th.
Well, we love those folks in Jackson County. I'll have to tell you, they're fine folks. In fact, a lot of us came from that distance. Anyway, okay, talking about the walking trails, there's also a horse trail. It may be in Jackson County, but talk about that a little bit too.
So yes, we are a unique project. We're one of the few in the Nashville district that has horse trails. We have a total of, I believe the entire loop would be 22 miles of horse trails. Like Billy said, it is located in Jackson County, but for folks who are trying to locate that, if you're familiar with the Granville area, as soon as you exit out of the town of Granville, the entrance to the start of those trails is on the left-hand side.
Yeah, and if you want to get to any of those, you get off exit 258 and you come through beautiful Smith County, and then you got a choice to make. You can come here to Cordell Hall, Defeated Creek Campground, you can go to Granville. There's a lot of things to do. Now, as far as walking trails, we've got several that originate or terminate in the park down there. You want to talk about those a little?
Yes, so we have several walking trails. So for those who may not be hiking enthusiasts, we do have walking fitness trails, so to speak. And we have one located right there at our office. I'm going to call it the Tailwater Recreation Area, which is located on Core Lane. I believe that one is about a little under 0.4 miles. It's a gravel walking track. It surrounds our volleyball court and our fish cleaning station, and then adjacent to it, we have a reservable shelter and playground.
Okay, and of course, we're going to be talking about the Defeated Creek Marina here in a little bit, but that's right in the same area as the campground, and you guys are basically caretakers for all of that property. Is that right?
So yes, Defeated Creek Marina is one of our many leasees on Cordell Hall Lake. So essentially, they operate a business on core land, but they lease and have the rights to do that.
Okay, is there any water safety? We're getting ready to see a lot of people come on this lake, well, it is a lake and river, and so what would you say, look out for? What would you tell them to do?
So this is a unique lake, so to speak. It is a run-of-the-river lake. We want to let our boaters, especially folks who have never boated here before, to be aware that you do have to follow the channel markers. If you go outside of the channel, you may run aground, so we want to let folks know, be careful about that. If you're not familiar with the lake, probably operating a boat after sunset probably would not be wise. And for those who may not want to wear a life jacket, which we encourage everyone to wear a life jacket no matter their swimming ability, age, we have options out there, this modern day and age, inflatable life jackets. They're great. That's what I wear when I'm on the boat. I can be on the boat for 6+ hours and completely forget I had an inflatable life jacket on. So there are options. Feel free to call our office if you have any questions about those options with inflatable life jackets. And then of course you have kind of the old school inherently buoyant life jackets, the vest type or the blocky orange type. Those all work great. It just depends on your comfort level and what activity you're doing.
Okay, and I used to see this sign. I don't believe we've had anybody drown with a life jacket on.
No, we have not had anybody drown with a life jacket on. To date, we have had a total of 32 people drown on Cordell Hall Lake, and none of them were wearing a life jacket.
That's, folks, I believe that tells you something. We need to wear those life jackets.
I agree.
Okay, there is a visitor center that a lot of people don't know about. It's beautiful, and why don't you talk about that a little bit?
So yes, our visitor center is kind of a hidden gem of Cordell Hall Lake, and Cordell Hall Lake itself is a hidden gem in Middle Tennessee, I feel. I mean, maybe biased a little bit, but our visitor center, welcome center, is located off of Turkey Creek Highway, once again on Core Lane. Many folks are probably familiar about how to get to the dam off of Turkey Creek Highway. If you went to the dam, you've gone a little bit too far. Our visitor center is right there on the left, big office. We're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 until 4. We have many exhibits ranging from Native American artifact exhibits and how that plays a history in Cordell Hall Lake and the surrounding areas, from water safety to camping information.
Okay, and if they want, like you say, camping information, brochures about the area. Of course, you can pick them up at the chamber, but you can also get them there at the Visitor Center. Is that right? And I believe the Rangers offices are in there too.
Yes. So any landowners, adjacent landowners to Core Land, if you all have any questions at any point in time, feel free to call our office at 615-735-1034, and the appropriate park ranger will hopefully be able to help you out with whatever your situation is. And I also want to say, touching on information, we do have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Cordell Hall Lake, all one word. We post many events, information, things like that for our visitors and local people to know.
Okay, and Ashley, I know you are a local and you live around here and everything. We have a young lady that is also a local, and she lives in Defeated Creek, so I want you to help me introduce her. Do you know where I'm headed with this?
I believe I do.
All right, and now we're going to go to Seasoned with Grace with Miss Grace Harville.
Miss Grace Harville.
Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Seasoned with Grace. This month I'm going to be making one of my favorite recipes, a delicious breakfast casserole. It's very good for a on-the-go breakfast. And so we're going to start off with 1 pound of cooked sausage that's just been crumbled up into bite-sized pieces. And we're also going to add 1 block of softened cream cheese. This will make our casserole nice and creamy. And so we're just going to mix both of these ingredients together until they are fully combined. This is a recipe that is a huge favorite in my household. One person in particular that loves my breakfast casserole is my brother Gabe. Anytime that I make it, he is always the first one to get a piece. And this is also a great recipe to do if you have guests coming over and if you want to pop it in the day, a night before that you're making the casserole and your company is coming over. We have friends from South Carolina that come and visit us every year, and we always make it the night beforehand, and then we pop it in the oven next morning for breakfast, and it works out really good. So here is our sausage mixture. We're finished with it. And as far as our pan goes, or our baking dish, we have a 9x13 baking dish that has 1 package of crescent rolls on the bottom. You want to make sure that the entire crescent roll covers the bottom of your pan. And now we're going to add our sausage mixture. And you just want to make sure that you spread that evenly on the bottom of your pan. And now we're going to add 8 eggs that I've scrambled. We're just going to spread that evenly across our baking dish. Next, we're going to add 2 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. And lastly, we're going to add another package of crescent rolls to the top of our casserole, and this will give it a nice crust. Alright, I have finished putting the crescent rolls on the top of our casserole, and it doesn't have to be like the bottom layer where it was covering the entire pan. The cheese will seep through the crescent rolls and it'll make the crust even more delicious. And so now we're going to put our casserole in the oven at 375 degrees for 20 minutes. Alright, our breakfast casserole is finished, and oh my goodness, it looks amazing. The crust from the crescent rolls, the cheese sopping out of it, Look at all that. Yum, yum, yum. Like I said, this is a fantastic breakfast food for you and your family to have, and it's great for on the go as well. If you would like a copy of my breakfast casserole recipe or any of the recipes that I've done on Seasoned with Grace, you can go to my Facebook page, Seasoned with Grace. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I hope your day is seasoned with grace. We'll see you next time.
Hey, I'm Chris Hicks with UT Extension. Thanks for being with us today. Wanted to let you know about a few things going on at the UT Extension office. First of all, our next Lunch and Learn series that we're doing with the Chamber of Commerce is going to be May 1st. It's going to be a program at lunch with Lucas Holman. Lucas is the UT Extension agent in Wilson County, and Lucas is going to be with us to talk about alternative plants. His actual topic is alternatives to the usual pest-ridden plants. Why would you want to plant something that is going to give you problems is what Lucas will tell us, and he's going to talk about plants like Bradford pears, knockout roses, Leland cypress. Those are some of the plants that we get a lot of calls about at the local extension offices because they have a lot of problems. They carry a lot of diseases. There are lots of insects that like to feed on those plants, and so you plant those, and maybe you're expecting to have this beautiful shrub or tree or rose bush, and it just oftentimes doesn't turn out that way. Lucas has an entire list of other plants that might be better suited for our area than those and others. He's going to talk about a variety of plants. So if you are interested in plants, whether it's you want shrubs or other types of ornamentals, maybe you want a ground cover, maybe you've got some land that you're worried about erosion, you'd like a ground cover. Lucas is an expert in this field. I think you'll really enjoy his presentation. It's going to be May 1st at the Smith County Chamber of Commerce from 12 to 1. We do ask that you call and RSVP, call the extension office and let us know you're going to come, 735-2900. Lunch is only $5, but we do want to make sure we have enough food for everybody. So if you'll call and let us know you're coming, that will really help us out. Another thing I'll mention is since April is upon us, and April is typically a time where a lot of planting is done, especially when we talk about late April, we'll get past that frost-free date typically in the county. A lot of gardens are going to be planted this time of year. It's not too late to do your soil testing. And one of the things that we talk about a lot at the UT Extension office is the importance of soil testing. But the reason we talk about it so much is because it is so critical to know what nutrients you have in your soil so that you can add the correct amount of nutrients to get whatever crop you're wanting to grow to do the best it can. So if you're planting anything this season, we do recommend that you do a soil test. If you do a soil test through the University of Tennessee Extension office, it's going to cost you $15 to send in that sample and get those results, but it's going to be really valuable information. It's going to tell you if you need to add lime, and if so, how much. Do you need to add nutrients like phosphorus or potassium? How much nitrogen do you need to add to make that crop do what you want it to do? And one thing we say about soil testing is the results are only good as the sample that you send in. So sending in a good sample is really important. What that good sample would be is typically go about 6 inches deep in the soil, take a probe or a shovel or a spade, dig down about 6 inches deep in several different spots. So if you have a garden area that's maybe a 20 by 20 garden space, pretty good sized garden, you'd probably want to take about a dozen samples in that garden space, sub-samples, mix those together, and that would be one sample that you would mix. That's going to give you a really good average of the soil in that area, so that when you get those results and it tells you what to do, you've got really good results that you can go on. We can help you with that. We've got kits available at the UT Extension office. Our office is located at 125 Gordonsville Highway. We also have a lot of good information about gardening. If you have specific questions or issues, and of course as you go throughout the gardening season this year, if you have issues, if you have problems, maybe insect damage, diseases that creep up, we can try to help you get those identified, and if possible, get those corrected if we can identify them in time. So as always, if we can be of assistance to you at the UT Extension office, we hope you'll stop by and see us. The other thing that I would mention is our website, smith.tennessee.edu. If you go on there, you can search our publications, and again, we have several publications on growing crops and garden vegetables and fruits and all kinds of different things that will be available to you. But I hope you'll be able to join us for our Lunch and Learn on May 1st at the Smith County Chamber of Commerce, and make sure you call us at 735-2900 to let us know you're going to be coming. Thanks for being with us.
Hey everybody, this is Katie Martin with UT Extension. I'm the 4-H agent for Smith County, and like everyone, spring is a very busy time for our 4-Hers. We just finished up with our horse judging contest. We'll be doing our livestock judging competition this week. We'll have our state archery jamboree at the end of the month, just to name a couple of things that's going on. Another thing that's also going on is 4-H camp signups. If you have a 4th through 6th grader that wants to go to 4-H camp with us, now is the time to sign up. 4-H camp is a great experience for our youth. It gives them the opportunity to make new friends, experience new things, and learn new life skills like responsibility and teamwork. At our camp in Crossville, Clyde M. York 4-H Center, the youth get to enjoy an Olympic-sized pool complete with a diving board and a water slide. They get to enjoy playing sports, meeting new people from across the Middle Tennessee area, enjoy making arts and crafts like leather crafts, tie-dye t-shirts, enjoy the archery range and the shooting sports. Camp is just a great week, so we really would love to have a bunch of our Smith County 4-Hers come with us to camp the week of June 10th through the 14th. Signups are currently going on at our office, so stop in anytime between 8 and 4 to sign your camper up. We also have 4-H scholarships available to help cut the cost of camp in half. These scholarships are available on our website, or they can be picked up in the office. They are due by April 30th, so make sure you get those camp scholarship applications turned in. We also have a couple of other opportunities for 4-H members who are interested in competing. Our wildlife judging practices have just started, so if you have a 4-H member who is interested in fisheries, forestry, or wildlife, have them join our wildlife judging team, where we learn how to identify animals not only by what they look like, but what tracks they make and what sounds they make as well. We also have Clover Bowl. We'll have our Clover Bowl contest in May, so practices will be starting shortly. If you have a 4th through 8th grader that loves learning new information and would have fun playing on a Quiz Bowl style team where they buzz in to answer the question first, have them come check out Clover Bowl. Questions range from 4-H, agriculture, Tennessee history, and science. So again, that's for 4th through 8th graders. We hope to see you at our many spring and summer activities. If you have any questions or if we can help you sign up for the various camps or judging teams, please give us a call at the UT Extension office at 615-735-2900.
Okay, we've got some very special guests here. These folks are from the Defeated Creek Marina. I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. What is your name?
Presley Rose Thornton.
All right, Presley Rose Thornton, and you're?
I'm Bernadine Thornton.
And this is?
This is Rhett Thornton.
Hi, Rhett. It's good to see you, buddy. And Presley, tell me something. What do you guys do down there at the Defeated Creek Marina? Do you have boats and things like that?
Mm-hmm. When I go to the restaurant, I work there, and I work at the boat store too. Okay, so you got quite a good employee here. Yeah. All right. What is it? A grade in school? What grade in school or age are you? I'm in pre-K. Okay, you're in pre-K. Well, I'll tell you what. You sure speak well for a pre-K guy. I like your crown there. Did somebody give you that?
She picked it out.
You picked it out yourself. Okay. Well, we're glad you came. Bernadine, thank you for coming down. Would you tell us a little bit about what's going on with Defeated Creek Marina? I know you're getting a startup going here. So what's happening?
That's right. We actually just opened the restaurant this weekend for our first weekend of the season. We have some big things going on. You know, we added a couple new boats to our rental fleet. We have a houseboat for rent now, and we added a double-decker pontoon for anybody that's adventurous and likes to slide off of really high spots.
That sounds like fun. When I know you got more to talk about, but how do they get in touch with you so that they can rent these things or find out if they're available?
Oh, okay. So they would just call Tom Thornton at the boat store, and that number is 615-774-3131. And they just talk to Tom, and he'll set them up.
Okay. You don't want to talk? Okay. Well, now, what else is going on?
You know, we are going to be doing the annual Bluegrass Festival that benefits the Defeated Creek Fire Department. We've got our fireworks free to anybody that wants to come, and we do our crawfish and shrimp boil the same day. And every Friday, you know, I hate to say it, but I think we got the best catfish in the county. So we do our all-you-can-eat catfish, and you know, adding a few new things to the menu this year, some new stuff to try, and you know, just added a new floating dock right there by the marina where we're going to have some bands playing, and come down, listen to some music on the water, and enjoy some good food and just relax.
Okay, and I know there's a lot of things going on during the year. I have not had a meal any better anywhere than I've had at the Creekside. Is that right? Creek View Cafe. I don't know why I always try to change the name on you, but the Creek View Cafe. Okay, well, you guys are open now. Is that right?
We are just weekends only right now until May, and then we're going to be open Wednesday through Sunday, and that starts the first week in May.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. Your menu, it's traditional. I mean, you can get burger and fries if you want to, but you also have some other things, right?
Oh, yeah. A traditional, you know, good old American food menu, but then we do have a few pasta dishes on there, and we can do a few specials, adding a few new things. We have barbecue, and, you know, again, we have, I think, the best breakfast cook in Smith County too. And so if you guys want, you know, any eggs any way you like them, come on to the restaurant for breakfast on Saturday and Sunday mornings.
Okay, well now it's on the weekends now, and you say in May you'll open up during the week. Is that right? Or okay, what are you going to be your hours in May?
So May we're going to do 11 to 8. Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday we're going to do Saturday 7 to 8 and Sunday 7 to 8.
Okay.
Pretty easy hours there.
Okay, well, folks, if you want a good meal, or if you want to rent a boat, or if you just want to play in the lake, come to the Defeated Creek Marina. Is that right? Yeah. And give them that number again, that contact.
All right. The marina number is 615-774-3131.
All right. And Presley, would you do something for me? Would you tell everybody bye?
Bye.
Now the question is, can anything good come out of Pleasant Shade, Tennessee?
It sure can.
You can't?
Yes, sir.
Is that where you're from?
That's where I'm from.
Okay, well, you better introduce yourself to these folks.
I'm Wesley RIGSBY, and I'm with the Pleasant Shade Community Center, and we have different events up there all the time going on, and coming up in May, and that on May the 4th, we got a fish fry. We do this in the spring of the year and in the fall of the year. And so it's a fundraiser for us, and for us to be able to have a good time and also make some funds and that to take care of the community center and upgrade it all the time.
Okay, well, I know you've really been a blessing to that. Folks, the Pleasant Shade Community Center was one of the original schools
yes, sir.
Here in Smith County, and the community bought the school property from the school board. Is that right?
It was donated to us.
Okay, so they donated the school property to you, which, by the way, that is wonderful that they would do that. Yeah. And you guys have taken and putting, I think, heating and air. And tell what all you've done.
Okay, we have got the restrooms and that. We have them handicap accessible now. We fixed them. We put a handicap ramp in the front of the building. And we have taken the gym and that and put heat and air in the gym. They had that old coal stoker, and we've got it, and we put thermopane windows in the gym, and we're fixing to work on painting it, repainting it and that. We've done all the school and the rooms, and we do rent them out. We rent the gym out, and we rent the rooms out, and also the cafeteria. We have fixed it up, and it's very functional for us to have things there.
How many people could it accommodate, if you're just having an event there, several hundred or?
I'd say at least 250 or more.
Okay, so it's a pretty large venue if you're wanting to have some kind of event.
The last event we had was a comedy show and I think they had somewhere around 250 there or something.
Yeah, there's Michael Del Giorno and Victoria Jackson came.
Yes, sir. Sure
yeah,
was.
I heard that was a great show.
It was, and also this... it's coming up in June. I know it's a little far off, but coming up in June, and that the opening band that they had, the Jolly String Quartet, is going to be there in June, and it's going to be have a singing there in June.
Okay, and I understand they're quite good.
They are. That's what I understand.
Okay, well now Pleasant Shade, Tennessee, if they want to come to Pleasant Shade, it's really not hidden that much, but you might want to give them directions. If they get off exit 258 and they come toward Carthage, what do?
They stay on, come around on 25 and they go out and hit Highway 80. And they come straight up 80 and that, and they come right through Pleasant Shade.
That's right. It's just 2 turns, so 25, 80, and then start looking on the left about how far? 6 miles, 8 miles?
About 6 to 8 miles up there, yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, Wesley, thank you for coming by, and thank you for supporting Pleasant Shade.
All right. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you a lot.
Okay, we're still up here at the Overlook. Miss Karen Hackett has come by to see us, and you've got a very special event that you do every year. Let me ask you tell them your name so it's formal and who you're with and everything.
Right. I'm Karen Hackett with the Jordan Hackett Foundation.
Okay, now Karen, you've been putting this event on for several years. Will you tell them how long you've been doing it and where you do it?
Yes, we started our race in 2004, so this is our 16th annual race, and we have it at the Cordell Dam.
Okay, now this is a fundraiser, and I think people need to know and will be very pleased to know what it does. So why don't you tell them some of the things that you've done over the years?
With our proceeds from the race, we donate half of it to the Ronald McDonald House in Nashville. Actually, not half. We designate a little to stay in Smith County for scholarships and the Smith County Family Resource Center. So we keep $3,000 out for that, and then what's remaining we donate half to the Ronald McDonald House and half to the Children's Hospital, and we designate that to the Pediatric Heart Institute. And it goes towards research on developing better treatments for children with heart defects.
Okay, and that's a very touching thing because I know a lot of people don't realize it, but there are a lot of children that are born with things that have to be fixed immediately. And I know this is a wonderful thing you do. Now, tell us about the run. Where does it start? Where does it end?
All right. We start at the playground area at the Cordell Dam in the parking lot, and we run from there to the highway, turn back to the dam, and then where we started to get 3.1 miles.
Okay, and what did they get when they sign up? What's the donation? What do they? I know there's some really cool stuff. So tell them about that.
All right, for a $20 registration fee, that includes a very nice shirt that has our Prayer Bear logo and the Children's Hospital and Ronald McDonald House on it. We've kept our race entry fee at $20 over the years. A lot of races in the mid-state have gone to 25 or 30, but we have so many teams in our race that also get extra shirts to represent their team. So we feel like they're already paying that additional to do that, so we've kept ours at 20. And if anyone wants to donate more, of course we take it, but it's just $20 to sign up.
Okay, and I know over the years it's grown. Of course, it's kind of started out with a bang, but would you estimate your crowds? What do you say your turnouts?
Our first year we had about 250 to sign up with about 100 participating, and now we're up to around 1,000. Some years we go over. We've been as much as 1,200 to sign up, and we've had as many as 650 to participate. Of course, the weather does have a factor some years. It depends on how heavy the rain is. It has been pretty a few times on our race, but it has rained, probably more than not. Maybe this year it'll be sunny and not too warm, but just right.
Well, runners and people that want to donate to a cause, they're pretty tough. They pretty well come rain or shine, don't they?
That's right, and we have so many family and friends that sign up, even if they can't come, with it being such a busy time of year. We just appreciate everything.
Well, it's a wonderful thing what you're doing. And Ronald McDonald House and the Children's Hospital, I can't think of two places that would be better to donate money to. I've had experience with some folks that have went down there to Ronald McDonald House. Haven't really had to deal with the Children's Hospital. I don't know if you've had any experiences, maybe something you want to relate about Ronald McDonald House, or tell them how it works.
Okay. Families with critically ill children in the critical care unit in any Nashville hospital can get on the list to stay at the Ronald McDonald House, and it's a $15 fee per night. However, most families aren't able to pay that, and they're never turned away because they can't. So the donations made are what allows people to be able to stay there if they can't pay.
Okay, and of course organizations like yours support this, and then they've got the little boxes where you put your change in at the McDonald's restaurants.
That's right. That's a big fundraiser for the house.
Yeah, I know. I throw change in. You don't think about those pennies adding up, but they do.
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, any last words? If they have questions or if they want to find out something about this, where can they find you or about the event?
They can look at our website, thejordanhackettfoundation.org, or contact me at Smith County Bank. I'll be there every day through the week and some Saturdays, so I would be glad to talk to anyone that has questions about it.
Okay, well, thank you for what you do, and we're hoping that you have 2,000 this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't know if you can hear it, but sitting here, you can hear a mockingbird and a whippoorwill out in the distance doing a call, and there's a lot of birds. In fact, there he goes, and I don't know if you can hear that, but this is a beautiful place to be. Smith County is a beautiful place to live, and we've got a lot of wonderful recreation around here. And behind me is Cordell Hull Lake, and if you like to fish, if you like to hunt, or if you just want to walk on a trail or take pictures, it's a great place to do that. This overlook was put here many years ago when they started building Cordell Hull Dam, and Cordell Hull Dam was built for energy generation. They generate electricity down there, and it was also a part of the flood control plan. And over the years, it has proven to be a real asset to Smith County, and we're glad, and to Jackson County. The lake, or the Cordell Hull Lake, is basically split between Smith and Jackson County, and Jackson and Smith County, they have a lot in common and a lot of things that we work together on, and we appreciate them, and I believe they appreciate us. But if you ever get a chance, if you're out in the country and you just want to drive through a beautiful place, come down to Smith County. You can go over to the Creek View Cafe over at the Defeated Creek Marina. You might want to rent a boat. You might have your own boat and come down here and go out through the Cordell Hull Lake area and maybe do some fishing. Or you can go over to the Caney Fork and put a kayak in, and you can kayak down the river, or you can even fish for trout on that river. There's a lot of things. Folks, we hope that you'll come and visit us if you're not in Smith County. And if you're in Smith County, folks, do two things. Appreciate where you live and help us take care of it, because I tell you what, where we live is a wonderful place, and a lot of people don't have the life that we have here. So folks, this is Bill Woodard. We'll see you next time on the Chamber Corner.